was a friend of mine. He filled stadiums with thousands of people. He was huge, huge. Apostle will know me when I mention the name. You may not. And he had a serious issue. Then his ministry was brought down. So he came to visit me in Ghana. And I took him to my church in London. We finished eating. He went to bed at about 1. I went to bed at the same time. At 3 in the morning, the Spirit of God woke me up and said, he's going to be killed tomorrow morning.
Welcome to Christianity Today, defending the faith in truth and love with Pastor Peter. In this video, Archbishop Duncan-Williams gives a powerful revelation about his friend that they have planned to kill him the next morning, and he came and revealed that revelation to him as it were, not missing word. He said, you will be killed tomorrow. I want us to pay close attention. Let us hear what actually happened and how his friend, his pastor friend, reacted to that revelation. And I'm going to come back to give us the big lesson that we need to pick up from this video. God bless you. I will see you shortly.
Many years ago, there was a great man of God in this country. I won't mention his name because of social media, internet. He was a friend of mine. He filled stadiums with thousands of people. He was huge, huge. Apostle will know me when I mention the name. You may not. And he had a serious issue. Then his ministry was brought down. So he came to visit me in Ghana. And I took him to my church in London. We finished eating. He went to bed at about 1. I went to bed at the same time. At 3 in the morning, the Spirit of God woke me up and said, he's going to be killed tomorrow morning. He will be assassinated tomorrow. And I said, who is going to kill this guy here? Nobody knows him in London. And the Lord said they will kill him tomorrow morning. And if you don't deal with it, his blood shall be in your hands. And I said, no, I'm innocent of anybody's blood. So at 3, I went to his room and I woke him up. And I called his name and I said, they're going to kill you tomorrow morning. In Africa, we say it as it is. America, everything is sugar-coated and everything has to be politically right. In Africa, we don't do that. We just say it the way it is. And I said, dude, they're going to kill you tomorrow morning. He started laughing. And I said, why are you laughing? He said, before you woke me up, he said he was having a dream. And in the dream, somebody pulled a trigger. Somebody was at the point of pulling a trigger to kill him. And immediately I called him and hit him. He came out of the dream. And he said, what's going on? And I said, they're going to kill you tomorrow morning. So in the morning, he and one of my pastors traveled. He has one of the biggest churches in Nigeria right now, Church on the Rock. So they traveled and went to another city in London, in the UK, called Manchester. On their way back, a lady called Scotland Yard and gave them the description of my friend, his son, my pastor, the car number of the car, the description of the car, and said that the car is full of explosions and that they are going to blast a certain property in the UK. So immediately Scotland Yard got snipers and cars on the main road and blocked all the main road. And when they got there, they intercepted them. So they took them to the police station. And they called me and said, do you know these people? I said, yes, I know them. And they said, who are you? And I said, I'm Archbishop Duncan-Williams. And they said, we have them here, this and that. And I said, yes, they are my pastors, I know them. And they found out that it was a false alarm. So my pastor asked one of the snipers, I had my key in my pocket. What would have happened if I put my hands in my pocket to take my key? He said, we would have shot you on the spot. We had instruction, kill on the spot. So this friend of mine went to one of my fathers in the faith, Dr. Maurice Cerello. And Maurice Cerello said, you've come back too early. How did you do this? People don't come back that easily when they go down. We were too huge. He was making over $30 million a month in those days. And he said, I met this preacher from Africa. And so Mozzarella called me. He said, will you join me? I said, Papa, I'll be there. That was how I started traveling with Dr. Solero in his jet all over the nations of the world. I'm trying to establish something here for you to understand that. And after that, I was praying. Then I heard innocent blood, innocent blood, innocent blood. He was then in California. I won't mention the name of the city. So I called him and I said, is there any innocent blood in your bloodline? And he said, this is deep, my friend. I said, what do you mean? He said, my grandfather killed somebody in the plantation, murdered him in cold blood. He said the person was accused, but we found out later that he was innocent. But he said my grandfather was so powerful that the police let him go and didn't do anything. And I said, you got to deal with that innocent blood. And he said, what do you mean? I said, few things here. Number one, you have to deal with the implication of the cry of that blood. For the blood of thy brother Abel cries from the earth to me. So you have to deal with the implication of that blood. Number two, you have to deal with the claim of that blood. Number three, you have to deal with the demand of that blood. And as we began to talk, the same thing that happened to him happened to his father around the same age. And the same thing happened to him. And he was a minister. He was born again. But these things happened. And I had to work with him how to deal with the implication. Say the implication.
The implication.
For instance, women that cause abortion. Women that cause abortion. God will forgive you for causing abortion. You'll be forgiven for that. If you ask for forgiveness, He'll forgive you. But you have to deal with the implication, because you are dealing with innocent blood. You have to deal, like for instance, if I was aborted, can you imagine what would have happened? All the souls and the people around the nations, all of those blood of people would have been crying out. When the blood of Abel was spilled, it wasn't just the blood of Abel that was crying. It was the blood of anyone that should have come into this world through Abel. So it wasn't just one blood. Are you hearing me, somebody? If you don't understand these things, you will just be doing faith confession and the enemy will fool with you. So I'm going to stop here because of time.
All right, I welcome you back. You have heard that message from Archbishop Duncan-Williams. He is telling us that God is still speaking. Some people don't believe that God still speaks to men. God is still speaking. God is still revealing things. If you get closer to God, God is going to reveal Himself to you. He said, draw near to me and I will draw near to you. So the God we serve is not a dead God. He is a relational God. He wants to reveal things to you if only you can submit and surrender yourself to Him. Now the big lesson is this: God has forgiven you for all the things you have done in the past, but if it involves some issues concerning blood, the consequences might not be taken away. So to wrestle it out, you need to deal with it. Don't just allow it to go. Some of you need to break the ties of the enemy against your destiny, against your family. And that is why as a child of God, we need to engage in spiritual warfare. Deliverance is part of what Jesus came to do on earth. So don't just believe that since you have given your life to Jesus, you are born again, everything is all right. You need to settle some things in the place of prayer. Grace is not enough. You need to be spiritual as a child of God. This is very important. Don't forget that you can be part of the discussion. Send your comment using the comment section, and please subscribe to this channel for more videos that will help you to know the mind of God. God bless you, and I will see you next time.